welcome to Scrappin with Sheri and another wacky Wednesday. The only reason I'm doing something different today is because I want to make sure that you know about the simple page kits from Creative Memories. Now in March, the beginning of March, we just came out with the simple page kit number 3, and I want to show you the kit and walk you through it really fast. But I want to show you also the page kit number 1 and some great things you can do with it. Now, you may or may not understand what I'm going to tell you right now, but I'll show you an example after I put this kit together. The kit comes with 2 background sheets, and then it comes with 1 sheet that has different colors on it, different designs, but it is lined on the back, and all you've got to do is cut that out and put it together. Now, what I've been encouraging my customers to do is to measure these pieces on the kit before they start cutting anything. Measure these pieces on this extra sheet before they start cutting and write those measurements in, because that gives you a free idea sheet using a sketch that you can copy with anything else. Let me show you how quickly you can put this together. And I'm just going to pop right through here. Now, there's no magic number or way you have to start, but all you do is cut on the lines, y'all. It doesn't get any easier than that. I'm just going to cut these really fast. And we have come out with 3 so far. The 4th one just came out this week, so that one will be available. But this one also has little tabby things that you can cut off, and you do that just by lining that line up on your straight trimmer, or your personal trimmer would work for this as well. This paper is thin. It cuts really easily. It's just good. I challenged my customers over the weekend to put it together in 10 minutes or less. Some of them even set their timers, and for the most part, I think they all got it done right around the 10-minute mark. So it's really good, really quick. So all the cutting is done, and all you got to do is tape these pieces down now. Now, do you have to follow the sketch? No. But this kit also comes with some really cool stickers. And these are very much St. Patrick's Day. But if you attend an advisor event, or if you have an online advisor, they can also purchase for you an extra exclusive embellishment that coordinates with that kit. And my customers are loving those little embellishments. Now, the kit that's coming out this week, or has come out this week, is an Easter kit. So I'm sure that that's going to be a hit. Easter kit will be a hit. How do you like that? And all I got to do is stick these pieces on here. I laid these side by side just so I could get these pieces lined up. The directions, if you read them, it might tell you exactly where to go on this. One of my ladies said the other day, oh, it took me a little longer because I read the directions. And another one said, you read directions? All you got to do is copy the pictures. So that's kind of where we are. You really just have to look at the pictures. But if you want to read the directions, you can. Use the 2 pre-designed base pages for the layout. Use the 12-inch trimmer. Adhere the pieces to the base pages with the tape runner, following the sketch. If the sketch shows any stickers underneath a piece of paper, you'd be sure to add those before. And then you put your photos and your journaling as you like. Now, several people said to me, and I agree with them, they didn't want to stick these mats on right now because they might have more pictures than this shows. But the layout also shows these little photo corners here, photo corners here. You wouldn't want to stick those yet. So the best thing to do with all of that would be just to stick these back in the little Ziploc bag that your kit comes in, with your stickers, with your embellishments, and with this page so you can see the layout later. Now, it does come in a Ziploc bag, so if you slide all those pieces back in your bag, when you get ready to do this layout, you've got it. But here we run into another problem. What if the colors on these simple page kits just don't work for you? What if the photo mat placement is not working and you've already put the mats on? So let me pull out a couple of other examples of simple page kits. Now this page kit was the one that came out in January. This is Simple Page Kit 1. I love this. And I immediately put it together because our family celebrates birthdays all the time. We celebrate everybody. And I was holding on to this for my aunt's birthday party that we had a few weeks ago. The problem is I don't like the colors at all with my pictures that I've got going on. I really thought blues and purples would be pretty generic for our family, but no. So I did exactly what I told you a minute ago. I had written down the measurements from the Simple Page Kit, and I used those measurements to create my own simple page using the same basic layout, but with different colors. So I'm going to pull this one out from underneath. And let's just look at how the pictures are going to fit on this page. Now, it worked really well that her cake was pink, so that pulls in my pinks. All of my pictures are not stellar pictures. The orientation of my pictures is not real great to make it work well for this, but we are going to make it work. I don't love this picture. She's staring off into space. My mom is in it, but my mom is also in this other one, so that works fine. But I've got more horizontal pictures that I really don't have good spots for. So let's see how we can work this out to make it happen. Now, I do want these two pictures to fit in the mat that's here. So I'm going to take my personal trimmer and I'm going to stack these two pictures because I need a little off the top and bottom. I'm just going to give that a little cut. See if my sizing is good top to bottom, and it is. But I also need just a hair off of the sides to make them fit onto that mat. Now, you know I'm not typically a 2-picture page person, but one thing I have found with these Simple Page Kits is that by doing them in advance, doing any pre-made pages in advance, if I really like the design and the colors, it is so much easier for me to weed out some pictures I didn't necessarily need. Now, typically I would probably have kept this one. She's opening a card with some money in it, but is it necessary? Not really. This one I probably would have kept anyway if I had space for it, but is it necessary? The people are shown other places, not the best picture. So I'm able to get rid of those because I know I don't have the space on these pages to make that work well. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick these two, and then we'll look at our facing page. But pre-made pages seem to be a hang-up for a lot of people, and I'll admit they were for me for a really long time because I thought everything had to be matchy-matchy. If it didn't match, the pictures didn't fit the mats exactly, it just wasn't working for me. I have gotten so over that because I have discovered that it has to match the theme as much, not more so, but the colors you want to match somewhat, but the theme is a lot of what matters as well. Now, in doing this layout, using the Simple Page sketch, I was able to do some navy, and that picks up the darker colors in her blouse. The pink is on here, and there's this pink cake. We've got all these different colors here which work with what's going on. And the fun thing about this is I had already done these pages before we had the event as well. So it's not like I pulled these pages out and said, oh, I'm going to use these particular papers to make this match this event. These were already pre-done probably more than a month ago. So I love it that it worked with some pre-made pages. And the embellishments that you see on this, the little hearts and things on here, I actually used the page kit number 2 leftovers to create that. So that's kind of fun too. I love using my leftovers to make more and more and more. Now this one I'm probably going to slide right up there. That's my youngest son and his wife. And I think rather than try to get another horizontal on there, I'm going to cut these two apart and add them here. So let's see how wide that area is that we've got to play with. It's about a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-inch width. So I know that my photos need to be a little smaller than 4 inches. And I am going to try to keep the biggest part of their bodies intact as well. And here's the beauty of these pre-made pages. Because the page is already done, it is kind of forcing me to pare down my pictures a little bit to make them fit, which in the long run is going to mean I have less pages, which hopefully will cut down on the 10 albums I do per year. Now, I like the look of this. The biggest problem I'm seeing is this picture is not a great picture, but it's really dark, and against this dark background, it makes it even darker. So we're going to add a quick border to that and make it look a lot better, a quick matte. So I'm just pulling out some white with this. I feel like this is a good color to brighten that picture up. Because this one's overlapping, I'm going to go ahead and matte it as well. But I love it when these pages come together very quickly. And that's part of the reason I've started doing so many pre-made pages. I can sit down when I've got a lot of creativity going, a lot of creative juices. And then when I have my pictures later, it's really quick to go back and pop them on. I encourage my ladies who come to my in-person events, if they can do some pre-made pages in advance, when you get there and you want to visit with everybody, but you need to concentrate, it just makes so many things easier if you've got a few pre-made pages to start with. And you can start throwing down your pictures and then go back and design some pages later. So for a not really good picture, that one looks a whole lot better when it's matted. And I could matte every picture on these 2 pages. I don't necessarily need to, so I'm not. I'm going to pull this one up. I'm actually going to pull up that back matte too, just on that edge right there, so that overlaps. That matte's been stuck for a couple of weeks, so it probably left some residue on the page, but we covered it right back up, so it doesn't matter. And this layout is done. Now, of course, I'll have to add some journaling on here. And I'll do my journaling probably on a little white card. If it's small enough, it'll go here. If it's a little bit larger, I'll probably put it here. But we've got a 2-page spread done right there. Now, I want to show you one more thing very quickly about the Simple Page Kits. Because they come with embellishments, they come with way too many. And I did this design using the layout from Simple Page Kit 2. But I used the embellishments I had left over from Simple Page Kit 1. So you've got lots of fun stickers and embellishments to carry on with, even after you've done the simple page. This would have been a good layout for this birthday party because we've got horizontal and vertical on these 2 pages. But here again, I didn't really like this lighter blue. I felt like the navy was a better complement to the photos I had. So from a couple of simple page kits, I ended up with about 6 pages pretty quickly, pretty easily. So if you haven't tried simple page kits, give them a try. If you don't have an advisor, I'd love it if you'd order from my website. It's always listed in the link. If you order from my website and you send me an email, I can send you the little embellishment pack that coordinates with it if you would like that. So until next time, happy scrapping.